Peace be with you. Dear friends, we are celebrating Monday of the fourth week of Lent. Today's gospel passage, John's Gospel, chapter 4, verses 43 to 54. Jesus, after a long journey, comes to Galilee. He had a tiring journey. We know that in this chapter 4, Jesus had a long conversation with the Samaritan woman. And coming to Galilee, people were very happy to receive him. In Galilee, at Cana, Jesus had long back made that miracle of turning water into wine. Now, as he was in Galilee, people welcomed him, and there was a noble man who was totally helpless. His son was ill, and he comes to Jesus. Most probably, this man had spent a lot of money. He had influence, he was a noble guy, he knew what to do in order to save his son, but then in the presence or because of the sickness, probably he was feeling totally helpless and weak. And that is why he comes to Jesus. Now, what was his pleading with Jesus? Lord, please heal my son who is dying. Of course, Jesus had realized that people were expecting miracles. In Galilee, he had performed a number of miracles. And that's why most probably when Jesus heard from this man for the healing of his son, he felt that all these people are expecting only miracles and not faith. Dear friends, we know that money and influence can buy so many things. Just to give a list of the things that we can buy with money. It is said that we can buy a house with money, but we cannot buy a home. We can buy pleasure, but we cannot buy peace. We can buy sex, but we cannot buy love. We can buy knowledge, but we cannot buy wisdom. We can buy respect. No. We can buy influence, but we cannot buy respect. Therefore, there are so many things that we can buy with money. And in this case, this man was perhaps totally helpless even after having such a lot of money, a noble guy, but he was totally weak in the presence of this sickness that was killing his son. And then Jesus says, well, go home, your son will live. And at that moment, this noble man goes home, and his slaves come and inform him that his son is healed. What a great miracle. And then his whole household believes in Jesus. Was it because of the miracle? No, the faith he had in Jesus. Jesus just said, go home, your son will live. Dear friends, in this Lenten season, we have to realize that Jesus has the power of healing us. We may be victims of a lot of sicknesses in our lives. From our childhood till today, perhaps we have suffered many sicknesses. Sicknesses perhaps physical, psychological. We are perhaps also having moral deficiencies. But what we need is a complete healing from Jesus. If we can realize the power of Christ in our daily lives, if we can pray, we can receive sacraments, we can be close to Jesus, we can be sure that Jesus' word will heal us. And that's why let us pray during this day as a preparation for the resurrection of the Lord in this Lenten season, that our faith may grow, that we may experience the presence of Christ deep within our heart, and that will certainly help us bring that healing in our heart, in our body, in our mind, that Christ may come into our hearts and souls and touch our being and heal us. God bless you.